Okay, folks, so I was working on my drawing, and this is some progress that I've made. Um, so I wanted to show you some things using the pencil in different ways, okay, to create like different marks and like in my case, some reflections. But also using your blending stick and your eraser. Don't use your blending stick too much. You don't want it to have an overall soft, fuzzy look. You want to be able to see your hand and like all the different marks that you make. Okay, this can be as sketchy and rough as mine. Like, it doesn't need to be this polished drawing. If you overuse the blending stick, what happens is everything just looks like fuzzy, kind of like this. And that's not really what you're going for. The other thing is that you want to go back in and you can pull out the highlights by erasing the pencil. And that's always better than just leaving something white. It's not as believable when you just leave something white. It starts to look a little unfinished. So if you have like a highlight, like on my orange, I start to have a highlight on the top. What you can do is you can go in there and you should have your lines kind of going the direction of the object. So this is round. So my lines are going around the object like this, okay? And then when you go in with your eraser, you're going to pull out the highlights. So then you're going to go in and you're going to pull out the areas that are lighter, okay? And you can press down really hard. You can see how much lighter it gets. And just a little tip, if you need to clean your eraser, you can just rub it onto into like a sketchbook or a scrap piece of paper, and it starts to get whiter. You see how I'm like rubbing the black off? Okay, so that's one way if like you start to notice your eraser's getting dirty. And you notice I started to sketch in a background. Now the background is not what the actual background is, because that is a very busy background. So I'm just like putting in some marks. I could shade this in a lot darker. Okay, like I'm not expecting you to do a realistic background, but it's just a way to kind of engage the whole page. And you start to see I'm putting the shadows in, okay? And that is one other area that you can start to use the blending stick a little bit. But you shouldn't overuse this, because I want to see the marks on your, like the different lines that you're using on your pen, on your drawing, okay? So this is about halfway. This is very rough and sketchy. This is your first drawing for this class. As you notice, also one more thing is like I'm going off the page. It's always okay to go off the page. You don't need to fit everything on the page like that. All right. So good luck. I'll be available 1 to 4, 1 to 4:30 on Friday, March 20th on Blackboard Collaborate. I sent you the link, and you can contact me in real time to help out with this. And have fun. That is the most important.